I'm the wife of a Malaya, Borneo, Vietnam returned serviceman. His name is Rex Matthews. We're both Ngāpuhi iwi, and we, sort of became, we met in 1968 when he came out of Vietnam, and got married at the end of 1970, and we chose to live our life on the West Coast because there were difficulties with protesters and so on related to the Vietnam War, and they could make your life really hell. When I first met Rex, he said to me, whatever you do, don't tell anybody. I served in Vietnam because, they could attack us or whatever. Yeah, so they got kicked out of RSAs. The RSA people didn't want to know them. Other veterans accused them of not serving in a real war, that sort of thing. It was life hasn't been terribly easy. Relating to Vietnam, the vets have suffered a lot of guilt and shame and embarrassment, and they've had to fight. A lot of the vets had to end up like the wives did a lot of that stuff because it was all too hard, paperwork or being rejected, war pensions and so on. They weren't interested. They told some vets, you didn't serve, in a war. You're telling fibs and all of that sort of stuff. Awful stuff. I'm very fortunate because down the track I trained as a trauma counsellor at the end of the day. So I've been able to use some of those skills to help others. And that's natural for me. So, it's easy enough for me to manage. But I guess when you're told, it really sinks in that your family's DNA is affected by all of this. It's like, oh my God, it can be really overwhelming if you think too deeply about it. Sometimes you just have to think in the here and now because it can be too hard. But anyway, we love our community. We support each other really well. In fact, it works a lot better than others trying to do it. You know what I mean? Like, we can do a lot of the healing between ourselves. We understand each other really well.